Hello, it's Monika from Crafting with Qulling Lady and welcome back to my channel. It is May and it is time for hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. In May we're going to create a Z-fold card. So in today's video I'm going to show you my take on it. I'm going to use 6 by 12 inches white card and I'm going to score it at 3 inches, and when this is ready I'm going to score it at 6 inches. So this way you created your own card base. Super quick and simple, right? And actually Z-fold cards are the easiest and actually very effective cards. When this is ready you have to decide how to decorate your card, as tomorrow there is very special event happening in London. I decided to use Union Jack colors to create my card. So I'm going to use my scoring board to show you my measurements. So I've got 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 red square, and I'm going to use very dark, beautiful blue, and I've got 5.5 by 5.5 inches, and that will go inside of my card. So as you can see I'm going to have a white, red and blue border. For the side panels I've got 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 and one more panel red because we need to decorate 2 of them, right? So when these panels are ready I need to create a dark blue one. So this panel is measuring 5.5 by 2.5 inches. So it is time to put them together on a card, and I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've ever created a Z-fold card, and if you have, please let me know what was the theme. As I told you, tomorrow we've got a very special celebration in London. I was inspired by this event, so yes, let's create something beautiful with London theme. So when this is ready, as you can see, it's always a good idea to use a liquid glue because you do have time to maneuver all those elements. And if you haven't heard about hashtag FFC Challenge 2023, it is hosted by Monika from PaperMona, and every single 5th of the month we are going to create a fancy fold card. May is dedicated to Z-fold cards. So if you want to know more of this, all the information is in the description down below, and it's an open collaboration so you can always take part in it. All you have to do is to use that hashtag. Now it is time to decorate the card even further. So as I told you, tomorrow is a very special event, so I couldn't resist and I had to use London Celebrate new collection from Relatively Thoughtful. Here you can see entire collection. It has so many stunning and gorgeous design papers, but also lots of elements to fussy cut for variety of projects. And that's exactly what I'm going to use for my card. Have you ever created a project with red, blue and white? If you haven't, maybe today is the day. And actually, in the description down below, you can also find information about our Facebook group. So if you want to join our challenge, please join us on Facebook as well. As I told you, all the information is down under the video. So as you can see, this collection is simply stunning. So I thought I really need to use it for today's card because we have to celebrate that, right? So when I'm happy with all the design papers, it's always the trickiest part to choose the one you want to use to decorate your card. So from this collection I decided to use 2 design papers, and I'm going to create 2 squares. One that will go inside and then for the side panels. So the one that goes inside will be 5.25 by 5.25, and I'm going to assemble it again with my liquid glue. Super quick and simple so far, right? So if you've never ever created a Z-fold card, I do encourage you to give it a go. So my side panels are 2.25 by 5.25. Super quick and simple to create. So I really like this style because you can use it for so many different occasions, and in the past I use it for birthdays but also weddings, which is super cool because this card is very unusual but super quick to make, right? So as you can see, the card opens very beautifully. Now we have to create that panel that will go at the bottom. So I've got 1 3/8 by 12 inches. I decided to have that measurement because I'm going to decorate it with some elements from the collection. I'm going to score it at 3 and 6 inches. It is time to fold and burnish those score lines, and then you just have to turn it over, decorate it, and adhere it on your card. Super quick and simple. So here you don't need any cutting dice to do it, but if you do have like edgeable cutting dice, that would be perfect as well. So to decorate my bottom panel, I decided to use those beautiful watercolor elements from London Celebrates collection. And if you want to know about any of the products I use in today's video, you can check in the description down below. I can also tell you that Sally from Relatively Thoughtful decided to have a challenge, and she put some free design papers. And if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave that information in the description down below as well. So when this is ready, it will be time to adhere it on a card. But whenever you create that panel that goes at the very bottom of your card, I do encourage you to fold and burnish it couple of times before you adhere it to your project. So when this is ready, as you can see, I decided to use my scoring tool first, because whenever you create smaller elements here, they might not fold the way you want, but using your scoring tool really makes a difference. Now it is time to assemble those elements, so I'm putting my glue only on those panels here. You don't put it everywhere. So when these are ready, I'm going to hold it for a couple of seconds just to make sure the glue is set properly. So at this point I thought I really like it, but I really want to decorate the card even further. So from my stash, I'm going to use those cutting dice from the works I got many months ago, and I decided to use that doily, and I used 300 GSM white multi purpose card, and I thought that would be very beautiful. And now it is time to use one of the images from the collection, and I decided to use that one. If you know what it is, please let me know in the comments down below. I go there pretty often because it's very close to Tate Modern. As I don't have circle nesting dice, I'm going to use my lightweight circle cutter from Made to Surprise. It is super simple to use, and I've got proper circle, right? So it goes inside my doily, and when this is ready, I'm going to attach it to my doily, again with my liquid glue. And at this point I thought I really like it, but then the inside is very empty. So I'm going to show you how to create more dimension inside of your card, which is super simple, so you can always give it a go with whatever is in your stash. So here I'm going to use 4 by 1 3/8 panel. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch and then 3.5. And again, I've got one more panel because I really want more dimension on my card. It is time to fold and burnish, and these will be flaps attached to the sides of the panels. Super quick and simple, but they really make a difference. As you can see, it looks like a bridge a little bit. So I'm going to use my liquid glue to assemble them here. I know it is very dark here, and I do apologize, but when I was recording it, I couldn't really see on the camera. So that's why I didn't tilt it to the camera. So when this is ready, you just have to make sure that the glue is set before you move on to the next step. So I do encourage you to create those panels first before you create that beautiful element for the front of a card. So when the glue is set, now I'm going to attach that beautiful doily. But what you have to do, you only put the glue on the side, because if you put it everywhere, it will be attached for the whole card and you won't be able to open it. So at this point I thought I like the dimension inside, but I have to decorate it. So from London Celebrates collection, I fussy cut some of the elements, and this is my totally favorite bridge. If you know the name of it, please let me know in the comments down below. I also wonder, what is your favorite London landmark? If you do have your favorite, I would really like to know. And actually, why do you like it? I really like Tate Britain. I know it's maybe not the very first one that comes to your mind, but the architecture is stunning. inside and outside, and there are so many beautiful paintings inside. And to be honest, they actually change the exhibitions pretty often, so whenever I go I can always find something new. And at the moment they actually do some work, and they covered my totally favorite stairs there. So I wonder how they're going to decorate the walls and the stairs. Now it is time to create a sentiment, and I decided to use that heart. I'm going to use some stamps I got last month with a magazine, and as you can see there are just so many amazing words here with different fonts. I'm going to use my black waterproof ink to stamp happy birthday, and when this is done I'm going to adhere it on a card. Super quick and simple. So altogether the whole card took me 35 minutes with cutting all those elements. So to be honest, it is super quick for a fancy fold card. So I do encourage you to try this fold if you haven't yet. So the card is finished and there is plenty of space to write your message on the back. If you want, you can also create a small envelope and that would be perfectly fine. So I do encourage you to take part in our hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. And don't forget that May is dedicated to Z-fold cards. Next month we're going to create Pinwheel Cards. I've never done that before, so that will be a challenge for me. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Here you can see videos from Monika and Christine. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow in my next video. Happy crafting!